The family mourning the loss of their father tell the News 4 Tucson investigators they received a nasty surprise from his HOA.
Corus Nylander looks into why the community association was demanding thousands of dollars in tonight's News 4 Tucson investigation.
Packer family was hit with the sudden death of their father, then realized he didn't have a will, had to fight a legal battle to gain control of his house. While trying to sell it, they were hit with another blow. Crystal Packer's father, Mark, lived at this home in Green Valley until his death last June from natural causes. Without a will, Crystal and her family went through probate court to acquire his home left behind.
It definitely was hard on us. I mean, he got his last wish and was able to die at home, but it made it really difficult to process everything and to be able to still function.
The home was not in good shape. When they finally put it up for sale, it didn't take long to get offers. But just before closing, they were shocked by a notice from the HOA, the Los Arroyos Community Association.
We were completely blindsided by how much was owed and how much the fees had cost.
Crystal learned her father, who she says was suffering from dementia, had failed to pay his HOA dues for 4 years. At $28 per month, the owed costs were $1,400. The HOA also tacked on $1,100 in interest, but things didn't end there. Gary Kipnis is a real estate broker representing the Packers.
Then on top of that, they hit my clients up for legal fees of $85, the $500 for disclosure fees, a few other miscellaneous fees, and then to force the issue, they tacked on $8,500 in penalty.
In all, more than $11,000 owed. They couldn't afford to lose the sale, so they paid it. Gary says in 30 years of real estate, he hasn't seen anything like it.
Why would the heirs be responsible for the father's delinquencies if they didn't own the property?
Crystal and Gary say they never received any notice of the owed fees until just before closing on the house, and while researching information on the property, never found any indication of delinquency.
They never filed a lien in 4 years, which is normally the case, that if someone's delinquent, they have to put a lien on the property.
The News 4 Tucson investigators reached out to the HOA's management company, Associa Arizona, who referred us to a collection agency, Paid in Full, Inc. It sent us a response saying federal law prohibits the company from talking about a consumer's case. We circled back with the management company. They sent us a response from the Los Arroyos Community Association's board of directors, reading, quote, "In the case at hand, the money owed to the association reflected several years of unpaid assessments and uncured covenant violations on the account. The property owner of record was provided notice of these amounts, but they remain unaddressed. The board did not receive any request to remove or adjust the fines regarding the violations from the unit owner or his daughter. A detailed ledger balance was provided to the seller's attorney upon request." Reading that statement, Gary called it ridiculous and said the HOA ignored his phone calls, writing, "I think this HOA got caught with their pants down, rewrote the rules of standard practices, and are running amok." Crystal and Gary say they want the HOA to refund the money. There's no state agency in Arizona that provides oversight over HOAs. Investigating for you, Corus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.